Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master. Yes?
Yes?
Skronki to pacnemo, ci ita kanki channa kilikon. Achua penki, yun patisa, di juba ji konta. Tang itwama ji, yuman ak in ikatune, chon muri ba tong pa ak. Hava, yun patisa, chiwak aita ka. Tong hitwama ak iinko tune, potong himamaji aki ki mulira kun king. Ki mulira kun king. Ki mulira kun king.
Something on your mind, dude? Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done? But that has little to do with the law, doesn't it? Sad state of affairs, that. Too bad, really. Sunry was a good man once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches. Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, that was not until many years later, to tell the truth. I spent quite some time wandering the galaxy. Why wouldn't they? I had refused my promotion to Jedi. I was a Padawan who had left the Order, nothing more. I traveled from one civilized system to the next, never staying long. I don't even think I knew what I was searching for. It wasn't as if my travels were pleasant either. There were plenty of folks who distrusted the Jedi after the war, or worse. If people weren't treating me with suspicion, they were looking at me with greed. I don't know how many thought they could make use of me for their own ends. I got so sick of the treachery and deceit, I left the civilized parts of the galaxy and headed instead for the uncivilized parts. Actually, I was on my way somewhere else when I crash-landed on Kashyyyk. The ship I was using was a rust bucket. I'd taken some damage passing through an unexpected asteroid field, as I recall, but I wasn't completely without some systems. I could still guide her a bit when I crashed. It wasn't what I would call the smoothest landing, especially considering I ended up smack in the depths of the Shadowlands. But I lived. I'm no mechanic, and besides, after you plunge nose first in the trunk of a 5-kilometer-high tree, chances are you don't have much ship left. Sure, why not? It seemed like an interesting enough place to spend a couple of decades exploring. That was a challenge at first. You've seen the kind of creatures that exist down there, and you miss the really big ones. I was still able to rely on the Force to keep me safe for the most part. The rest of the trick is keeping out of the way of most of the predators. Oh, that's true. Still, most of the creatures grow accustomed to me, and I to them. At least none of them ever heard of a Jedi. Oh, they did at first, oh yes. I can't say I was overly pleased to encounter a group of indigenous giant carpets either, I can assure you of that. No. I was the intruder in their land, after all. They got to trust me well enough after a couple of decades of my aid. When I could, I would assist a few young ones who would get lost in the Shadowlands or attacked unexpectedly by the wildlife. I must say, for a while there, the Wookiees actually thought I was some kind of benevolent forest god. Amusing, really. I set them straight eventually. At first, when the slavers took to hunting down lone Wookiees in the fringes of the Shadowlands, I did my best to divert them. Later, when Shundar made his deal, I didn't see any point. I wasn't here to save them from their own sad follies, after all. Nonsense. I had no idea that's what they were thinking for a long time. I just thought they were being friendly neighbors, leaving fruit and such for me. Later, when I started to understand some of their grunting, I realized they would say prayers to the Hairless One before descending into the forest. Hairless One. I used to have plenty of hair, I tell you. At any rate, it took a few bruises, but I set the record straight. I traveled to Rookwaro and met with the chieftain in front of everyone. Freyr swatted at me just to see if I was real or not. I was real, and while it was a light swat, Wookiees are terribly strong. I was knocked out cold for a day. The Wookiees all thought it was quite funny. Not really. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply. What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees. The Wookiees. Well, okay, maybe I needed some time on a quiet and remote planet, but if you ever need a friend, an incredibly strong hairball isn't a bad call. I suppose I am in a way, despite the smell. For a race of gardeners, they've developed quite interestingly. You remember the alien computer, correct? Kashyyyk was meant to be an agricultural planet. The Wookiees were made for a reason, or at least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm an old man who's had a long time to develop that opinion, so don't argue with me. At any rate, we should be moving along, don't you think? If you sat around this long in the Shadowlands, attack would eat you.
Incoming fire!
The Kath Hounds have been very active of late. The settlers feel they are becoming more dangerous.
Laboda ni Wookiees Matoma, Wanakun Bes Jingba Marulira, Tok Jingbang Monkek. Kuyabi Juskuna Chikanai, Inakun Marulira Rachikun, Slimo Patona, Mundi Hadonga Chikonkabi, Uba Patu Kochi, Tong Long Wong Chong Yung Yang, Tong Katok Smakdelia. Yatuka Uwan Kinkuna ba Murira, Rakikun, Mucha Shapanpa, La Boda ni Winkis Matoma, Wanakun Bes, Chingpa Marurira, Tok Chingbang Monkek, Tuk Ninja Murira Rabes, Uba Batu Kochi, Tong Nong Wong Chong Nunjang, Tong Katok Smakdelia. La Boda ni Winkis Matoma, Wanakun Bes, Chingpa Marurira.
Hello. It is good to see you again. You told me I should rethink my path, and I did. You were right. It's been very hard to let go of all those thoughts about power and strength and victory. I don't know if I'll ever be completely free of them. The real irony is that despite what the Sith Code says, I have never felt more free. I think I might be able to find a little peace here, finally. For now, they've been very welcoming, more than I'd expected. I met my old master. He cried when he saw me. I was embarrassed to see his weakness. Old habits die hard. But it felt good, too. It felt good to know he missed me, that he worried about me. The council said they would give me time to decide if I wanted to try again, if I was ready. I don't know. There's so much I've done. I suppose I owe it to you, and to myself, to give the Jedi another chance. I'm not the foolish young girl I once was. My old master said he would start exercises with me again, slowly, when I was ready. He said my experience with the dark side could make me a very wise Jedi. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. Those words never held such resonance for me until I returned. I'd like some serenity, some harmony. Wouldn't you? Yes, I suppose your fate still has much in store for you, just as I saw back on Korriban. That's very tempting, but I'm not ready to leave here yet. And I don't belong on the path you have to take. I told you that on Korriban. It's still true. But perhaps you could come back afterwards. I could certainly use a friend then. That's good. I look forward to that time. Perhaps we can travel together then. Then may the Force be with you, my friend. I hope we will see each other again.
You're back. The council said you might return to Dantooine. I'm glad you did. I wanted to thank you. Maybe you don't remember me. I'm Kel Alguin. We met in the academy on Korriban. You told me I should leave the Sith and seek out the Jedi. Well, I did. Everyone's been very nice. Much nicer than I thought they would be. I almost didn't think the Jedi Council would give me a chance, but they said everyone was welcome to return to the light side. I guess I never really believed in the dark side. This just feels so right. I can't remember the last time I felt at peace like this. They said I have a long road ahead of me, but they made me a proper Padawan, and I have a master now. I just can't thank you enough. I'm glad you were there. I don't think I ever would have made it through the academy alive, and now I might actually become a Jedi someday. Well, at any rate, I wish you well. May the Force be with you.
Rahija Sandral and Shen Matali have come here seeking shelter against their families. The Council has decided to give it to them. Their love for each other was being denied by overly possessive parents, and we learned that it was only by your intervention that they managed to escape here. While it is regrettable that the fences between the families were not repaired, it is good that these two young lovers can live their lives free of oppression. You must not fail in your mission. Find the star maps that lead to the Star Forge. This is the only way to stop Malak and his Sith followers. You and Bastila are the galaxy's last desperate hope.
But beware that dark side. Bastila will guide you, but she herself is young and new to the ways of the Jedi. You must help her as much as she helps you.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
I heard that the Sith have destroyed Taris. This bodes ill for us.
Hakupa Chekopa? Gino Mulira Kengpaija. Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chikun ida Hodonga. Muchashak Pakat. Jedabadawana Nidibobo.
What can I do?
Yes?
What?
Ikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Chi gratulo da pograshi oniu kumba ka chikun ida hodonga. Jedo badowana ni di bobo. Chanshak burara umrao chis kaduchi. Ronda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Achuta, wonga kun bis dolbi kikoyana. Dong patugas makdelea. Ronda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
Mucho shakapaka.
Tolpa da bongwale ganduna gugu chuchut. Kabadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanai kuchu. Awaga boska chokola. Mucha shag panka.
Kipuna, bonana kichu.
Takom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Dong abuk shami nonok. Dong ki ba non tontek. Silimo wanga konbikin.
Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Ita poe tikito. Tolpa da bongwale o gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Sila mulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira. Yeah?
Yes?
Sure.
What?
Your wish?
What?
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization in triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
What?
Your wish?
What? Sure.
Your wish?